Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Hear me loud and clear. Hear me loud and clear. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. 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 Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2.
Top 5 best rappers right now.
Shit, dude. Macklemore's up there.
Hey, I wouldn't disagree. I feel like Macklemore didn't get the respect he deserved.
Wow, okay, I don't run into a lot of people like you, Philip. Wow, I'm glad we're on the same page. What's your list?
Top 5. Number 1. I got number 1. I gotta go Cole.
Really?
I gotta go J. Cole.
Over Kendrick.
Yeah.
You had this conversation. He's
close. Kendrick's like
2?
He's a close tie with Jay.
Wait, are we talking all time?
Yeah, all time.
Or favorites?
Like, well, all time.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, like, I'm talking, so J. Cole, number 1. Kendrick, 2. 3. My 3, Lil Wayne.
Okay, yeah, you like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Good. I like Wayne, too. Lyrical genius, bro.
Right. Yeah, 4. I'm going, man, 4. If y'all gonna be real old school, but 4, I go Nas. Yeah.
I like Nas. I've been getting into Nas a little bit.
Nas. 5.
You ever listen to a Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah. Oh,
Love
yeah.
them, dude.
Yeah,
Love them. They've definitely been my most listened to, like,
band or artist over the last 6 months. Not even close.
And my fifth one though, after Nas, I go I'll probably go maybe
Jay-Z?
yeah, Jay-Z's up there. He's like my top 10, but I went
Yay?
at 5. No,
Political opinions aside?
yeah, political opinions aside, yeah, I may say Kanye. He's like top 10 for sure. 5, my fifth.
Eminem.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, it's cool. I'll listen to it.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Oh, appreciate you, man.
It's like he's like outside though. I bet Eminem that's my sixth.
Outside looking in.
Yeah, outside looking.
He's first 3 out. First 4 out.
Yeah, first 4 out for sure. Like it's really a tough one for the fifth. Like Jay-Z's in there. Like he edges out. I'm trying to think it's gotta be somebody that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I think that's like Drake kind of slipped out my top 5.
Ooh, interesting.
Like he slipped out.
Is that called a pedophile?
Yeah, he slipped out. Like towards the
Number 2 bumps the number 5.
Right, yeah.
I was like messing around on the camera and stuff, trying to see if there's like a way to format it so that it records upside down. But I no luck, and like the game's about to start. So, all right.
Could we go back and edit? And like do like crop flip, you know you do on like an iPhone?
Yeah, no, that's what I did.
Well, that's just gonna save
It's just really time consuming.
Yeah, I get you.
I need to scooch a little closer.
Pen. I brought a pen too. I'm not a fan of the song, to be totally honest. I think it's so fucking overrated.
That's what I thought at first. Or like at first I thought like, oh man, this is literally terrible. But like, it's just fun. Like the energy
is
of it
fun.
is fun.
I got you. Yeah, I think that's why people like it. That's why I'm playing it.
For a while though, Travis Scott was one of my top 5.
Scott's cool.
For a while. Yeah.
Scott's cool. I like his like popular ones, his bangers, but you an Uzi Vert fan?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I rock with that. I love Uzi Vert.
us the scenario.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can get somebody.
We do this. You want to
Yeah,
come up?
Yeah, we'll come.
All right.
Come down today?
Come up, Gerb. That's one of the best beats of all time. No, it's a disagree right there. Isn't it? You disagree?
No, it's a great beat.
What's going on, dude?
You're Dylan or
Spencer.
Spencer?
Yeah.
I was looking for Dylan.
Is that video, Dylan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's on the field?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Might be around here.
Alright, good one.
Yeah.
It looks weird on the. It looks weird on the YouTube live stream where it's just gonna say Menlo Park Legends, not the team that we're playing. So
What do you mean?
it's like so. Okay, so you go to the live stream, right? And you wanna go try to watch the game. Because all you can see is just show the team.
Oh, I think that's all right. They'll figure it out when they click on it.
Usually, like I can just log into the YouTube channel and change it myself, but for some reason, like, I got logged out.
I got you.
So I'll get done. I'll rock. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go live here in just a bit. So, everybody quiet. The Menlo Park Legends return to College of San Mateo baseball field looking for some get back against their rivals from the Central Coast as we come to you live once again from CSM baseball field here in San Mateo, California, bringing you live coverage of California Collegiate League baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network. As tonight we have a one-off between two teams that have already seen each other through a 3-game series that happened this past weekend, as it's the visiting San Luis Obispo Blues taking on your Menlo Park Legends. And hello again, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. My name is Philip Hall on the call. Happy to be with you once again on a beautiful, clear night here on the peninsula as the Blues traveling up about a 5-hour trip from them via bus ride. The Blues are looking to make it 3 in a row versus the Legends after they took 2 out of 3 against them at home at Sinsheimer Park this past weekend. They managed to take both Saturday's game 7-4 and Sunday's rubber match in extra innings on a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th from Gavin Smith. Overall, the San Luis Obispo Blues are 9-3 to begin the summer and 3-2 in CCL play after splitting their CCL opening series in 2 games against the Sonoma Stompers up at Arnold Field a week before last week. After today, the Blues will not see Menlo Park again until July 20th later this summer. As for the Legends, they are looking to snap a 3-game skid after losing last night to the Alameda Merchants 9-3 here at CSM Baseball Field. They were held to only 4 hits after the Merchants pitching staff gave the Menlo Park hitters fits at the plate. They managed to take just 1 of 3 games in the series versus the Blues this past weekend, dropping both Saturday game and Sunday's game, but were able to bounce back or able to start the opening of the series on Friday with a 5-1 victory. But however, the Legends are going to try to go for the win ahead of their off day tomorrow and their quick trip up to Sonoma to play the Stompers before coming back here on Sunday for a Father's Day doubleheader, which will also be against the Stompers. Some of the names to look out for in the Blues lineup tonight will be Mason Ashlock, as he starts off the summer going 6 for 17 with 4 RBIs with 2 runs scored, already hitting .353. A hot start for one of the Blues players who have possessed one of the stronger offenses in the league overall, with Mason Ashlock, who comes from Dripping Springs, Texas, as he's committed to go to Nebraska in the fall after playing 2 years of JUCO ball, splitting between 2 schools of Temple College and Weatherford College over 99 games. Another bat to look out for is actually one of the former players for Ohlone. As we all know, with the Legends roster, there is a plethora of former Ohlone players and current Ohlone players that was assembled by their head coach, Nick Sanziri. But one of the Ohlone players decides to go to the other side playing for the Blues, as that's Gonzaga commit Brendan Comerford, who is 5 for 13 so far in CCL play with 3 RBIs hitting .385 and also has a home run as well hit. As in total, the San Luis Obispo lineups have 3 home runs already hit in CCL play. And Sam Ardoin, who is also in the lineup for the Blues, is already 5 for 11, leading the team with runs scored at 5 in CCL play, and is hitting .455 overall. And on the mound for the Blues tonight is going to be Hawk Hill. Hawk Hill wrapped up his final season at Sonoma State, as for those that keep up with West Coast college baseball, Sonoma State unfortunately had their program dropped after this year, I should say, as Hawk Hill is looking for a new home after playing his final season with the team. And for the Legends game, the ball will be Ray Hernandez, who is a few weeks removed, or actually just 1 week removed from pitching in the NCAA regionals for his school in Utah Valley. Ray Hernandez was able to be in that deep postseason run that Utah Valley had in the Eugene Regional during the NCAA tournament, but he's wrapped up his regular season with his school and has now joined the squad here in Menlo Park, looking to get his reps in for the summer and looking to help the Legends compete and get back to the top of the CCL. As currently coming into tonight, the Legends are 1-3 so far in CCL play, currently at the bottom, but are looking to get these early season jitters out the way and get back on the winning track after starting their summer off with a 2-0 doubleheader sweep here at home and they're looking to continue to just find consistency in all areas. But as for the Blues, they come into tonight with a solid start in league play so far, as they are currently 4-1 at the moment, or 3-2, excuse me, as they are the second place team in the CCL League North Division, just about a game behind the Alameda Merchants, who the Legends saw last night. So it's going to be an interesting battle on hand tonight, but we're going to bring you all the coverage for you here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream. We're glad you could join us again for some more coverage of California Collegiate League Baseball, as after this break and after the national anthem, we will come back with the starting lineups and the first pitch of this one-off game here on this beautiful Wednesday night in San Mateo. It's the San Luis Obispo Blues taking on your Menlo Park Legends right here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream.
Alright, we're playing the national anthem. This one we're fine last time. Just look up national. Just look up U.S. national. Yeah, don't play it yet. Just play the top one. You're ready to play when everyone looks ready. Alright, go for it. Yep.
And we welcome you back to CSM Baseball Field here in San Mateo, as we're about to get ready for this Wednesday night showdown between two CCL North Division rivals, as the San Luis Obispo Blues making the short drive, or more like the 5-hour drive up here from the Central Coast to take on your Menlo Park Legends. And hello again, everybody. It's Philip Hall. Happy to be with you on the call tonight, as always, as I will be here all summer bringing you all the home broadcasts for the Menlo Park Legends, as we have a good one on hand tonight, as both of these teams have already seen each other, as last weekend The Legends traveled down to San Luis Obispo at Sinsheimer Park, but we're only able to get 1 out of 3 as the Blues came out on top, taking 2 out of 3 in the series. But we're going to see if the Legends can get even with the Blues tonight, as we're going to bring you the starting lineup for the Blues right here. Leading off and playing center field will be Ethan Royal. He also goes by EJ Royal. He will be playing center field, batting in the first spot. Sam Ardoian playing third base, bats second. Cade O'Hara, shortstop, playing third. Mason Ashlock is playing left field tonight. He bats cleanup for San Luis Obispo. Donovan Jordan, the right fielder, is batting fifth. Gavin Smith, designated hitter, who comes from Harvard, bats in the sixth hole. Brennan Comerford, playing first base, a Gonzaga commit, batting seventh. Nico Button, a catcher that's wrapping up his collegiate career playing at Cal, bats eighth. And Gavin Constantine rounds out the order, playing second base tonight, batting ninth. And on the mound for Menlo Park, it will be the Utah Valley hard thrower in Ray Hernandez. Ray Hernandez wrapped up playing his regular season at Utah Valley, as well as also helping Utah Valley to a deep postseason run as they were able to make it into the NCAA regionals this summer, or this spring, I should say. But Ray Hernandez has wrapped up his time with his school and has been called on to his summer league duties here for Menlo Park. We're going to see how he performs tonight, as here's E.J. Royal stepping in to get this game going. And Hernandez delivering a strike right across the plate. First pitch at 5:04 p.m. And it's about between 62 and 64 degree-wise. Hernandez missing that one a little bit high. E.J. Royal. He's an incoming grad student playing at Utah Tech. And a hard hit ball over to first, but picked up by Will Anderson, who's playing first base tonight. Get it for out number 1. Gave you the defensive assignment for the Legends, as this is Blake Cowens behind the dish at catcher, Will Anderson at first, Austin Rabago playing second base tonight, Dane Most over at third, James Bose at short, Quincy Villa and left field, TJ Smallsy getting the start playing center, and Isaiah Landry is in right field. Sam Ardoian. Hernandez throwing the ball inside on a breaking pitch. Sam Ardoian has split his career between 2 schools so far, playing both at Texas and Louisiana Lafayette. Louisiana Lafayette being the recent school. As he hits that one over near second base, but it gets underneath the diving second baseman of Austin Rabago. So it rolls out in the right field. They throw it back in, so Ardoian gets on with a 1-out single here in the first inning. And so far in CCL play, San Luis Obispo are currently hitting in the high 270s average-wise as a team. Ardoian, Comerford, and Zach Tollerman, who's not in the lineup tonight, all have 1 home run so far on the season. This here's Cade O'Hara, the third hitter, stepping in the box now. And Cade O'Hara currently in the transfer portal after playing at Texas, as he gets a fly ball at the center. It's going to be a can of corn for Schmalzy as he's there to make the catch for out number 2. Only took 1 pitch to get the now former Texas Longhorn to get out. So here comes Mason Ashlock, the designated hitter. A lot of Texas guys on the squad here is either they're from there or they go to school there. As Mason Ashlock stepping in, as he comes from Dripping Springs, Texas. As he also played his JUCO ball down there between 2 schools, playing at both Temple and Weatherford. Weatherford, a big JUCO powerhouse. Is Ashlock putting up a solid JUCO career, good enough for him to get a commitment to go play at the Division I level at Nebraska in the fall. He looks at strike 1 from Hernandez. In 99 games, he posted a .330 batting average with 16 home runs at JUCO. It's a ground ball over to Rabago. It's going to play it easily. Gets the throw on the first to retire the side. So a smooth first inning goes well for Hernandez, only giving up one hit, leaving one man on, as we will go to the bottom half of the first. Nothing score as we're getting things going here in San Mateo.
Yeah, it trips me up.
It tripped me up. We're talking about TJ, and he's from Pennsylvania, but he goes to school in Fairfield.
Okay.
Fairfield,
California?
No, Fairfield on the East Coast in the MAAC.
You see what Kevin asked you?
Oh, I was asking if like it trips you up here in the other broadcast crew.
I mean, not if they're close by. It's good. They're like
Yeah.
so like I don't.
Can you not hear because your headset?
Yeah, that too.
Oh no, we
that's,
hear it.
that's
And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, but if they're like right next to me, like, that would be fine.
Yeah.
We're back here in San Mateo, here in the bottom of the first. A good inning and a good start for Ray Hernandez, who gets the ball tonight for the Legends. As we'll all see the San Luis Obispo Blues on defense now. As we'll give you the lineup for the Legends. We have Quincy Villa leading off, playing left field. TJ Smalls in center field, batting second. Will Robbins is the designated hitter tonight, batting third. Will Anderson in the cleanup spot, playing first. Dane Most bats fifth. Austin Rabago batting sixth. Blake Cowan's a catcher, batting seventh. James Bose batting eighth. And Isaiah Landry is in a 9-hole tonight. Hawk Hill will be getting the ball for San Luis Obispo and this one. Hawk Hill playing at Sonoma State, as he was one of the last players for the program as Sonoma State dropped their baseball program at the conclusion of this season. Hill is the count even on Villa. Count is 1-1 to him. Villa hitting a ground ball over to third. Played by Ardoin. Gets the throw across the diamond in time. Get the speedster and Valle. Give you the defensive assignment for the Blues in this one. You have Brendan Comerford at first base, Nico Button behind the plate, Gavin Constantine at second base, Sam Ardoin playing third, Cade O'Hara at shortstop, Mason Ashlock in left field, Ethan Royal in center field, and Donovan Jordan is playing right field. Here comes TJ Schmalzel. Takes a look at strike one. And Hawk Hill not going to be one to light up the radar gun so much in this one. He's more of like a location pitch to contact kind of fit pitcher. Schmalzel hits it hard on the ground. Again over to Ardoin. He gets the throw across for another 5-3 put out. 2 away.
Now up to bat, Will Robbins.
Here comes Will Robbins, the Princeton man, stepping in for the first time, as he substituted in last night's game against the Merchants in a pitch hitting spot. Robbins not wasting any time at the plate, swings but pops it up over to second, and it's going to be caught by Constantine to retire the side. So 3 up, 3 down go to Legends as Hawk Hill puts together a 1-2-3 inning to start things out in the Legends bottom half. Still a 0-0 game. We go to the second frame here at CSM Baseball Field.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? All the pitchers had innings where they threw under 10 pitches.
Yeah, this game can fly.
And it's just, oh, yeah, it's been long. I watched the weekend games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you looked at the end. I almost got to try to the
Oh,
players.
yeah,
He came up to me out of nowhere. He's like, running away. 6 foot. This guy ran up towards me, and I was like, okay, I'm back.
Now to bat, Donovan Jordan.
We're back here as about to begin the top of the second. Still 0-0 Blues and Legends as Donovan Jordan step in for the first time. Swings at the first pitch, but fouls it straight back. Donovan Jordan, who was one of the 1,500 players to enter his name in the transfer portal, sat out in his first season at Texas, as he comes from Humble, Texas. He's a standout in high school. As he gets hit by the pitch there, ran inside, looked like it hit him on the hand. Drops the bat, and he's grimacing in pain. Like you can hear the contact of the ball hitting the bone there. It's like Jordan's going to be all right to make the grimacing jog down the first to start the inning, a hit by pitch. And Jordan was a 2-time 6A first-team All-State, 2-time All-District honoree at Summer Creek High School down in Texas, and then he capped his prep career as an All-American by hitting .425 with 4 home runs and stealing 29 bases his senior season. He's looking for a new home now after not really settling in well as a Longhorn. Here comes Gavin Smith stepping up to the plate. That was from Quinn Creek, Arizona. Gavin Smith is the designated hitter tonight for the Blues. Hernandez delivering a hard strike with the fastball. First pitch he gives to him. And not only does Gavin Smith attend Harvard, but his great relatives were all Harvard alum. There's a hard ground ball over to Most at third. They get one at second, but the throw from Rabago over to first is high. It rolls away, but there backing up the throw is Blake Cowan. So good defensive awareness there by the Legends infield, but they are able to get the lead runner.
Brendan Comerford.
Gavin Smith able to reach base there on the fielder's choice. There's one gone. Here comes Brendan Comerford. He looks at the pitch, runs inside for strike one. Brendan Comerford played at Ohlone as he was a part of the coaching staff with Mike Kieran and Nick Sinzeri. And he had a solid career at Ohlone where him and Will Anderson were like thunder and lightning in the batting order. One's going to go out of play, foul ball. And over 84 games as a Renegade and 346 at-bats, he batted .347, 84 runs scored, had 31 doubles, and totaled for 27 home runs while driving in 101 RBIs during his JUCO career. Comerford is committed to go to Gonzaga in the fall as he hits a fly ball out to left. It looks like it's going to stay in the yard, and it will. Backtracking and making the catch there is Valle for out number 2.
Now to bat, Nico Button.
Now, Comerford is a guy that could drive the ball there. He did try to attempt to it, but the one thing about this ballpark is that despite the dimensions, as 319 to the corners, 370 out to the left center field gap, 367 out to the right center field gap, and 385 to dead center, don't let the dimensions fool you, folks. Like, this ballpark actually plays a lot bigger than it looks. even the wind coming from off the bay couldn't even help get a home run out of here. So you have to really muscle it. See Hernandez with a quick pick. He was trying to catch Gavin Smith napping. He was able to dive back in safely. So now coming up to the plate here is Nico Button, who's playing catcher. He's a Peninsula kid from San Mateo, as he went to Sarah High School just down the road from us. And he also is currently playing catcher at Cal, as he was a Golden Bear during his collegiate career. Now for Nico Button, he's seen more action in summer ball than he has with the Golden Bears, playing 2022 in the West Coast League for the Kelowna Falcons. And you also see some time in the CCL as well, playing for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Button fouls off the first pitch to him. And during that summer when he played for the Crawdads, he batted .300, 18 games. 0-1 missed high by Hernandez. Count goes to 1-1. And I talk a little bit more about Gavin Smith, talking about his generational lineage of being at Harvard. His great-great-great-great-grandfather, John Rogers, was the president of the university when it was first established. That one's hit out to right center, and there on the dive, making the catch. From the looks of it, it is a catch by T.J. Smalzel to end the inning. Talk about having some range. T.J. Smalzel robs an extra base hit from Nico Button, as everybody here in the booth is shocked by the amount of range he covered out there, as he's going to be greeted well by his Legends teammates making his way back to the dugout, as that's going to end the inning. Still a 0-0 game as we'll go to the bottom of the second. What a way to get things going here in San Mateo.
I haven't had a chance to get out, man. Next thing I know, that dude was back with the ball. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was. Oh, so. That's good. He's a good bat.
He's got hurt.
Is that for the Blues?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the Blues. Yeah, 14 for 18. 14 is
Donovan Jordan, right? Oh, no.
number 14's
Brady
Alves.
Brady.
Alves, A-L-V-E-S.
Wait, is he Butte from out here?
Yeah, he
14
goes
for. I don't even have 14 in here.
Well, he got subbed, so like he's subbing in for Donovan Jordan.
That makes sense.
He's summing in 14 for
Yeah, 14 for 18.
18.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Brady Alves. Yeah, Alves, A-L-V-E-S.
I got you. Holy shit. Do we need ice for a player? Yeah. Shell real quick? Okay.
So we're back here in the bottom of the second after T.J. Smalzel made a terrific catch on the dive out in center field to end the last inning. So great defense on display here early on, as Will Anderson will step in to lead things off. And this game is flying by, folks, as after that first inning, both of the pitchers, Ray Hernandez and Hawk Hill, threw under 10 pitches to start the game. Anderson takes a breaking ball pitch outside from Hawk Hill. Here's the 1-0. It's a breaking ball. Anderson looks at it for a strike. And well, Anderson last night went 0 for 4, trying to get out of the cold spell that he's been in. Swings and misses through the 1-1 pitch for strike 2. But during the weekend down in San Luis Obispo, Will Anderson did go 4 for 11, driving in 5 RBIs. He already has a home run on the season as he hit the home run last week. He looks at a fastball high and out for ball 2. 2-2 pitch. Anderson swings through it for strike 3. And then Anderson trying to ask for an appeal, but he's not going to get it. So going to go down on the strikeout to start the inning.
Dane Most.
I'll bring up Dane Most. Going to step in here. Dane Most was in the lineup last night. He went 1 for 4 with an RBI single. As he looks at strike 1 on the outside corner for the fastball. Already 13 pitches thrown here by Hawk Hill as he fouls that one out of play, or Most fouls that one out of play. He's down to count 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 from Hill. Swings and misses at the off-speed junk. He's going to go down for strike 2. So back-to-back strikeouts for Hawk Hill in this one.
Now to bat, Austin Rabago.
We're going to see what Austin Rabago can do here with 2 out. As we talked to Austin before the game and the pregame warm-ups, as he is also a name that entered into the transfer portal recently. So he's wrapping up a 3-year career at Hendrix College down in Arkansas, a D3 school. And he told me that he has some interest in coming back home here to the West Coast. So for any scouts or any college recruiters listening in, definitely keep an eye on Rabago. He put up some pretty good numbers at Hendrix during his time there. He also received some all-conference numbers this season as a junior. He had 345 with 2 home runs and 36 RBIs. And he's ahead in the count here, up 2-1. Rabago took home second-team all-conference honors in the Southern Athletic Association. It's a good eye there. Now as the count at a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Umpires for tonight behind home plate is Steve Leary. Over at first base, Paul Remedios, and third base, Tyson Rafferty. Rabago swings, and it's a slow grounder back up the middle. Trying to stop it on a dive there is O'Hara, not able to make a play. Looks like it's going to be a ruled an infield single for Austin Rabago. The Legends have their first base runner of the game and their first hit of the game with 2 out.
Now to bat, Blake Cowens.
Here comes Blake Cowens, the catcher. Blake Cowens was the best overall hitter in the Blues weekend series down in San Luis Obispo last weekend, where he went 5 for 10 with an RBI and a run scored. Cowens is a streaky hitter, as he can be at times. Last night, Cowens subbed in at DH. As he hits a liner, it gets over the glove as Constantine jumps, but not able to make the catch. That's going to be enough for Rabago to advance over to third. So 2 hard-hit balls by the Legends puts them in business with 2 out. Runners at the corners.
Now to bat, James Bowes.
And the Blake Cowens able to keep this inning going as James Bowes is going to step in here. The Legends have an opportunity to get on the board first. Hawk Hill giving up back-to-back hits after he had a 1-2-3 inning in the first inning. Bose looks at one inside for a ball. The pitch was a slider that ran in. Bose is one who could drive the ball towards the gaps. The 1-0. There's a half swing, but it rolls through the hole in the right field. Rabago comes in, standing out to score. And James Bose puts Menlo Park up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second, thanks to his RBI single. That's what the Legends have been trying to look for after struggling to get on the board in these past few games, as they're only able to get 3 last night against the Merchants, but they're already off to a good start offensively, up 1-0. Here comes Isaiah Landry stepping in for the first time. Landry taken all the way for strike 1. Last night, Isaiah Landry, who batted leadoff, went 0 for 2, but reached base twice via 2 base on balls. Isaiah Landry recently announced his commitment through the transfer portal going to San Francisco, as he'll suit up to be a Don come this fall. As Landry hitting a fly ball to right, it's going to be playable by Brady Alves, who now enters the game for Donovan Jordan as he makes the catch to retire the side. So 1 run on 3 hits for the Legends as they get that one across thanks to an RBI single from James Bose, as it's a 1-0 game moving to the 3rd frame here in San Mateo. As you are tuned into Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Where did Schmalzi go to school?
I'll be honest, I wish I could have had that call earlier. I was talking about like this guy's wrist issue. He's got to like been more detail with that play.
I know, because you were talking about Gavin Smith.
Yeah, talking about his great grandfather being the president of Harvard.
President?
Yeah, like 62. So before great ancestors went to Harvard.
Oh, well, I can't. Because he's from Arizona. I played against him in high school.
Right, but his ancestry, like his lineage, like a lot of his relatives went to Harvard.
Oh, okay. Because he had a wonderful UNC senior year. Like, no one knew why he went to Harvard.
Okay, wow.
He got drafted in the 15th round.
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball, now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. Also, a big thanks to our sponsor, Kip Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the Legends sent you. Right here in the top of the 3rd, after the Legends were able to get a run across, thanks to an RBI single from James Bose. As now Ray Hernandez has some run support to work with and a lead to hold. As he's facing Gavin Constantine, the 9-hitter for the Blues, as he fouls that one back to the net to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And also, for Legends fans, if you want to follow all things Legends, check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. Constantine staying alive as he fouls it off to the right. Hernandez in his 3rd inning of work. He's looking pretty good here. This is the kind of start that they we're looking for. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. They got him swinging, half-hearted by Constantine as he goes down, as Hernandez brought the juice on that one for out number 1. And now Slow back at the top of the order with Ethan Royal stepping in. He grounded out the first in his first at-bat of the game. Ray Hernandez came out the bullpen the majority of the time at Utah Valley, so he returns to the Bay Area this summer to sharpen his craft before his senior season. During his JUCO career for Ohlone, as he was one of the pupils of Nick Sanzeri's pitching staff, he made 32 appearances, going 14-4 with one save over 86 innings. Also, in the process of doing that, he struck out 92 batters and threw 2 complete games en route to a 9-4 record in his final year as a Renegade. And he took home some pretty big accolades, a few All-American accolades by the ABCA, CCBCA first team all conference or all state honors. Also took home a conference pitcher of the year as well as also being named a preseason All-American. Ray Hernandez being one of many decorated pitchers to come out of the Ohlone system. The 0-2 breaking pitch runs just a little bit in, but he's not able to get the strike call from Steve Leary. And Ray Hernandez from Temecula, California. He's a SoCal kid where he played high school ball at Temecula Valley. Missed outside for ball 2. A 2-2 count on Royal. And Ray Hernandez, being a SoCal guy, loves skateboarding and probably identifies as a furry, which means that he's a lover of animals, especially the furry kind of animals. He brings home the 2-2 pitch. Royal continuing to fight hard, protects with the 2-strike approach. E.J. Royal, also a Cali guy. He's from Arroyo Grande, or he attended Arroyo Grande High School. 2-2 again. This time runs inside, so the count's going to go full. That was already starting to look like a quality at bat for Ethan Royal, trying to look for the Walker knock, see who wins the duel here between him and Hernandez. Here comes the payoff pitch. That one misses high for ball 4. Ethan Royal drawing the 1-out walk. That's going to force the Legends infield to try to set up for the double play here.
Now to bat, Sam Ardoin.
As Sam Ardoin, who singled in his first at-bat of the game, is going to step right back up to the dish. On a backdoor throw coming from Blake Cowens, trying to see if he could catch Royal napping. Pitch was missed with a ball. Sam Ardoin, the Bayou kid from Moss Bluff, Louisiana. Played in 38 games for the Raging Cajuns at Lafayette. There's a ground ball grabbed by Rabago. Only play is at first, but Will Anderson gets taken off the bag. So everybody will be safe, as here comes Nick Sanzeri coming out to try to argue that call there, see if they could try to get it deferred and reversed. Austin Rabago fielding the ground ball up the middle. It was a little bit too far off to try to step on the bag a second to go for the double play attempt. There's going to be a short conversation with Nick Sanzeri and Paul Remedios, who's umping at first base tonight. But he does conjoin with the umpires just down the first baseline. And the call is going to stay safe for Sam Ardoin.
Now to bat, Cade O'Hara.
Yeah, they're going to rule that one an error on the throw by Rabago, so it will go down as an E4. There's 2 men on for the Blues with 1 out, with the third hitter and Cade O'Hara stepping in. Hernandez taking a look at second where Ethan Royal is. So O'Hara fouling off the first pitch for strike 1. Cade O'Hara flew out to center field back in the first inning. Need the outfield playing straight back. That one's rolled over to third, but it looks like it's going to be foul, and it will. You see Steve Leary yelling over at the Legends dugout to Nick Sinzeri. We have chippy action happening here. You see Dean Trainer, the head coach for the San Luis Obispo Blues, a little bit more mild-tempered. Nick Sinzeri reminds me of some of the old school managers of the old days. Kind of gives me vibes of Billy Martin, the way that he sticks up for his players. Maybe also mix in a little bit of Earl Weaver. Ray Hernandez getting O'Hara caught looking as he turned him into a window shopper. There's 2 away.
Now to bat, Mason Ashlock.
Well, Cade O'Hara getting handed the backwards K. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter and Mason Ashlock. Mason Ashlock grounded out to second base back in the first inning in his first AB. That one's fouled in the glove. Came off right off of Blake Cowan's mitt there. You can see here, this is a change in momentum from the Legends pitching staff, as one of the struggles has been them falling behind in counts against hitters. But Ray Hernandez has been doing an excellent job getting ahead in the count against a strong Blues lineup. The 0-1 is smacked out the center field, running on, trying to get it as small as, but he won't be able to get it. Rounding a third and coming in the score, standing up, is Ethan Royal, as Mason Ashlock delivers with a game-tying RBI single, making it 1-1.
Now to bat, Grady Alves.
So now it's going to bring up Brady Alves, who substituted for Donovan Jordan after Jordan got a little bit shaken up after getting hit by a pitch on his hand. And is loaned at bat of the game. So Alves comes in now playing right field for the Blues. Brady Alves, the JUCO guy at Butte Community College in the far northern part of California, comes from Fallon, Nevada. He swings and fouls it off down the first baseline. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Brady Alves will be a rising sophomore at Butte as he sat out his freshman season. They went to Churchill High in Fallon, Nevada. For 96 games, he batted .448. Definitely a solid hitter during his high school years. He gets another one foul to play. So he's not wasting any time up there at the plate. I also want to give a big welcome to the San Luis Obispo Blues broadcasting team. They're just outside of our booth. They made the trip out with the team today. Alves fighting hard. He's right on everything that Hernandez has thrown so far. He's still a little bit late. San Luis Obispo aren't really used to playing in the kind of chill weather that we've been having here the past few days on the peninsula, as they play in the high heat out on the Central Coast at their home field in Sinsheimer Park. It's a bit of change of scenery as the Blues broadcaster asked me if he could use his fan while they're at the broadcast table, and I just told him, well, you don't really need that. It gets pretty chill up here, so no need for the fan. And a swing and a miss by Ray Hernandez as he gassed it up that time and threw it right past Brady Alves to end the inning. The 1 run on one hit for the Blues as they're able to tie the game up in the top of half of the third, as we'll go to the bottom half of the third, see if the Legends could get that run back.
So, is that an earned run?
Yes.
It was on an error, so no.
No, but the guy who scored.
The guy who scored wasn't the error.
on the error.
He was a walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a
But I know that can sometimes be like, the score can be weird about that. Yo, you want to give it to the trainer down there? Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much, Ben.
Back here for the bottom of the third.
Quincy Villa.
As we'll have the top of the order due up here. It'll be Villa, Smallsville, and Robbins. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. And the Blues tied the game up in the top half of the third on a RBI single from Mason Ashlock. Villa taking ball one. Quincy Villa has been a solid base runner. He's gotten a few stolen bases here on the summer, but that's really a credit to him for what he has been doing at his school back on the East Coast, Marymount Division III in Virginia. He'd be going into a senior season with the Saints, as this season he broke the single season record for stolen bases, as well as also breaking the program record for stolen bases as a junior. He looks at the 2-1 pitch outside for strike two. Quincy Villa, after playing 2 summers in the Cal Ripken Collegiate League back home for him in the DMV, he's came out west to suit up for the Legends in the CCL. As he gets jammed there, but he's able to get it out to right field for a single. Quincy Villa able to lead off the inning for Menlo Park. Just like that, the Legends have instant speed on the base paths.
TJ Smallsy.
Now TJ Smallsville will step in here. TJ Smallsville, one of the late additions on the Legends roster. Goes to school out on the East Coast as well in the MAAC conference at Fairfield. It's Hawk Hill delivering a ball one on a breaking pitch inside. DJ Smallsville ground out to third his last time up. There goes Quincy Villa taking off, but it's going to be a fly ball out in the left center, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder in Ethan Royal for the first out. So Villa had to retreat back to first that time. With one out, that'll bring up designated hitter Will Robbins. Will Robbins listed as a catcher, full-time catcher at Princeton, where he goes to school. He's in the DH spot tonight. Will Robbins, who wrapped up his first season as a Princeton Tiger, returns to the Peninsula for the Legends, having seen action in 12 games as a developing catcher in the Ivy League. He's from Hillsboro, but he went to high school at Burlingame High. Robbins smacks that one out to right center, but it's going to be playable for Royal. So he ranged over to right center to make the catch. 2 away, and now for the Legends.
Now up to bat, Will Anderson.
And I'll give Will Anderson another chance here as he struck out in his first plate appearance, as he's trying to fight his way off the struggle bus in his last ABs. I'm sure with him having the career that he had at Ohlone where he won the NorCal batting title, he'll find a way to get out of slumps. As there goes Valle taking off for second, and he gets in on the stolen base. As the throw from Button behind home plate was offline, as it pulled Kate O'Hara, who was trying to cover the bag, way off. No, count 1-0. Anderson calls time, having to look like he's readjusting his elbow guard. Now, Will Anderson, this would be a great time for him to break out the slump as he has a runner in scoring position, as that's the go-ahead run for Menlo Park. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses way out for ball 2. And Will Anderson is committed to go to Santa Clara in the fall. Sure, he'll be pretty lethal in the West Coast Conference next season. And he takes that one low for ball 3. Will Robbins way ahead in the driver's seat, trying to rattle the cage of Hawk Hill. See if Anderson gets the green light to swing away. Here's the 3-0. He thought about it, but held up as a cross for strike 1. Game's been moving by pretty quick. Already here in the bottom of the third, as we've only played about 45 minutes. And Anderson hits it hard and gets it past second base, and it's going to roll out in the right center. Villa is going to score easily, and Anderson trying to stretch it, going into second, and he's in there safely. And that's the way that you break out of a slump if you're Will Anderson, as he makes it 2-1. Legends back in front. So for the guy that won the NorCal batting title in the JUCO ranks, he comes up big time with a clutch hit. As the slugger continuing to show why he's worth the money. So here comes Dane Most now stepping in, trying to redeem himself after he struck out in his last AB. He takes ball 1. And the Legends have become solid 2-out hitters. As if you remember the game from last week where we played the Alameda Anchors, it was on a 2-out rally where the Legends had that big 9-run inning. Dane Mose taking that one for strike 1. Count is even at 1-1. And yesterday we had some scouts in the stands. I'm sure there's a few scouts trying to keep a close eye on Anderson. And Most fouling that one at the plate there is a hard swing. Hawk Hill kind of mixing up his stuff here. You see he's been throwing some pitches inside. And no action happening in the Blues bullpen. Neither is there action happening in the Legends bullpen. Most with 2 strikes on him. See if he could protect. Like he will, as he rolled over at that one, but goes foul. I rolled within the lines of the third base coaching box. So the count remains 1-2 strike on the incoming JUCO sophomore out of Broomfield, Colorado. Dane Most having a solid freshman season at Powerhouse Iowa Western Community, where he helped lead him to a deep run in the JUCO regionals this season. That one runs high and in, fastball. Count goes to 2-2. Count even at 2-2. See how Most can capitalize here. Oh, and he sends a deep drive out to left field. Does it have the legs? Yes, it does. And it's gone. 2-run bomb by Dane Mose as he takes Hawk Hill to the hilltop as he makes it a 4-1 game here in the bottom of the third. You give the Legends 2 home runs on the season, as that one hit by Dane Mose was 96 miles per hour off the bat. Talk about barreling up the cowhide. Here's Austin Rabago stepping in as he singled in his last at bat, trying to keep the 2-out rally going. That's a strike that hits off the corner. Might have been a gift from Steve Leary. Vago fouling that one back to the net, making it 1-2. The Legends having their best inning so far on the night, putting 3 runs up. Started out with Will Anderson hitting the RBI double, then Dane Mose following that up with a 2-run home run to drive him in. Rabago, slow roller back up the middle, but it's played well there by O'Hara, but the throw is not so well as it takes Comerford off the bag that time. Austin Rabago able to get in there safely.
Now into bat, Black Cowens.
Austin Rabago reaching base for the second time tonight. But this time it comes, looks like we're going to rule it a hit. More of like a wild throw, however, so it might be changed as more following the scoreboard here. But nonetheless, I'll bring up Blake Cowens. Blake Cowens singled in the last inning. On the pitch, it's going to allow Rabago to try to advance the second, but he's going to be thrown out to end the inning for the 3rd out there. Well, Blake Cowens will have to resume his at-bat in the next bottom half, but the Legends able to extend the lead, having a solid bottom of the 3rd thanks to a RBI double from Will Anderson and a 2-run home run from Dane Mose to make it now 4-1 as we move on to the top of the 4th.
Is there any way to track the distance for home runs, or just
I don't know if it does. Let me see. Oh, distance 344.
Okay.
And the ball does not fly to that.
What's the leg?
It's the wind.
Wind's knocking it down.
Because the bay is literally like right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like
Kind of a big field, man.
the first field, so the first day we practice like balls that usually hit out any.
Legends extend the lead 4-1. More like they get back in the lead 4-1 after a solid bomb in the 3rd where Will Anderson drove in Quincy Villa on the RBI double, and Dane Mose sent a 344-foot 2-run home run to left field. Now Ray Hernandez having some run support. They continue the cruise here. So he's been doing very well on the mound tonight so far. As the first hitter that he will see to start the top half of the 4th is Gavin Smith. And the Legends trying to go 2-2 in the season series against Slow. Hernandez rocking and fire, delivering the fastball for strike 1. Oh, Gavin Smith hits that one hard off the bat, but it's going to stay in play as Quincy Villa making the catch out in left field for out number 1.
Now to bat, Brendan Comerford.
But Brendan Comerford, who also flew out to left field his last time up, will step in. And remember, folks, the dimensions are small here at CSM Baseball Field, so for Dane Most to hit that home run, he really had to muscle it. And he is a guy that possesses some power here. He didn't hit any home runs at Iowa Western Community this season, but he was one of the top hitters in his home state of Colorado during his high school years, as he was an all-state player, winning a state championship for Broomfield High, his hometown school, and he hit 410 with 69 RBIs and 2 home runs in high school. And during his varsity tenure, he only played in 96 games. So you talk about 2 home runs in 96 games. The 2-1 from Hernandez runs in on Comerford as he takes it for ball 3. Dane Most did have a shot to go D1 as he was a Nebraska commit coming out of high school, as he was one of the top 10 players at his position, but chose to go the JUCO route, most likely probably for the playing time. There's the 3-1 from Hernandez right down the middle to get the count full. Hernandez trying to fight here as he'll deliver the payoff. Swing and a miss. Brendan Comerford chasing the high heat, but he gets burned by the fastball that came out of the hands of Ray Hernandez. There's 2 away with Nico Button coming up, as Nico Button was robbed of an extra base hit by TJ Smallsel. TJ Smallsel made that catch look so good, he told Nico Button that the rent was due this month. The check swing, and looked like Button went around, and he did. But Button this time able to get it over the head of Austin Rabago, who tried to leap for it, as it's a single out to right field, as he'll keep the inning going. Nico Button getting some redemption that time with the single.
Now to bat, Gavin Constantine.
Coming up now is Gavin Constantine, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He's batting in back-to-back innings as he came up in the top half of the third. He swings and misses through the first pitch from Hernandez this time. There's a ball there by Hernandez. He misses. I haven't really been seeing too many of those. Hernandez has been working very well around the strike zone tonight. Gavin Constantine comes from St. Bonaventure, school out in the A-10 conference. He fouled that one off down the third baseline. And Constantine, who's originally from McKinney, Texas, went to McKinney North High School. He was picked as a preseason Rawlings Perfect Game All-American selection. Also was named Team MVP and Defensive MVP during his high school tenure. A swing and a miss as he goes down swinging. Ray Hernandez has been dealing like a card dealer in Vegas. He has been looking good through 4 innings strong. You give him 5 Ks on the night. As we'll move to the bottom half of the fourth, still a 4-1 game for the Legends here in San Mateo.
I think they're bringing in a new pitcher. Oh, no, they're not. They've got somebody in the pen, though.
Yeah, I think they took it over there. I never knew where they were. That was the game. David? Yeah.
Are we out of them?
Call game studies.
We are Cones.
Now to bat, Blake.
Bottom of the fourth, back here in San Mateo, as Blake Cohen's, James Bose, and Isaiah Landry will be due up. So it's the bottom three for the Legends. Also remind folks to make sure to follow the Legends on Instagram if you want to keep up with everything Legends baseball this summer. As catch all the action at Legends_collegiate and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps. All one word, again, at Legends Baseball Camps. The 0-1, Blake Cowan swings and misses through that one for strike two. And also keep up with our in-game Twitter feed at MP Legends, all one word, MPL capitalize, MP Legends, all one word. The 0-2, the Cowans from Hawk Hill, and it gets off of his foot. It rolls away from him, and it's going to be an infield single for Blake Cowans, as Hawk Hill gets caught by surprise after taking a hard one off his back foot. It looked like it got him on the right foot. The Legends lead off the inning as they get their 8th hit on the night. So now James Bose, who drove in the first run of the game to give the Legends the lead back in the second inning, but the RBI single, comes back up to the plate. Sends that one out in the foul territory. Bounces over in the Legends bullpen. He's trying to run it down was Brady Alves, but he got there pretty late. Bose, who entered in the transfer portal after playing his lone season at Loyola Marymount, as he's looking for a new home. James Bose has been having a solid summer so far. That one almost gets away from Button, but he keeps it in front of him. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. James Bose started his collegiate career at JUCO powerhouse West Valley. Bose hits it back up the middle, and stopping it on a dive is O'Hara, but he's not able to get a playoff there as he just swallows it and eats it like his dinner later tonight. There's going to be another infield single going the way for the Legends, so the Legends keeping the hit train going. As that's going to bring up Isaiah Landry, who flew out to right field his last time up. And James Bose was an all-conference and an all-state player during his time at West Valley, where he had a slash line of 382, 476, and 538. He also had a solid fielding percentage of 977 to sure hand. And also, James Bose was able to get his Gold Glove Award from his defensive performance at West Valley. There's a long throw by Button down the second, trying to catch Blake Cowan's napping, but not able to do so. Now Landry up in the count 2-0. Hawk Hill Isaiah Landry pops it up over on the second base side. He's able to range back to make the catch for that one as Constantine for the first out.
Now to bat, Quincy Villa.
That's going to bring us back to the top of the order, however, with Quincy Villa stepping in. He is 1 for 2 so far tonight, as he had a single back in the third, as well as a stolen base, and came around to score on that RBI double that Will Anderson hit. He has a chance to come through here. He does have a runner in scoring position. Cowan's at second, Bose at first. Takes a first pitch low and out by Hawk Hill. Hawk Hill continuing to struggle to find the strike zone. It feels like it's getting tighter and tighter as the innings go on. Hill taking a look at second, delivers home the 1-0. Vias swings and fouls it out of play. There is some action happening in the Blues bullpen at the moment. Legends bullpen looking like the chill guy dogs over there. 4 guys out on the bench. It's down the line. Villa rolls over it to third. Looks like it's going to be a double play to get one at second, but they don't get Villa at first as he's able to leg it out. So San Luis Obispo only able to get one on the double play attempts as that moves Cowens over to third. Bose is out. But Villa is on at first. As with runners at the corners, that's going to bring up TJ Smalzel. TJ Smalzel has a chance to pad on to the Legends' 3-run lead. He's 0 for 2, trying to look for a good one to hit. Hawk Hill misses low for ball 1. The outfield playing straight away. Infield playing slightly back. By taking off for second base. Smalzel fouls it off down the first baseline. The right fielder and the first baseman running to try to make the catch, but they ran out of room. Smalzel will reset here with a count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hawk Hill does have 2 strikeouts on the game. Has been getting knocked around a little bit. Via taking off again. It's a fake throw by Button as he'll give him the bag. Via continuing to show some shades of some Ricky Henderson, stealing base after base after base. On a breaking pitch, just misses in for Hill as the count goes to 3-1 on Smalzel. So Smalzel deep in the count as he's way ahead. See what we could do here with the 3-1 opportunity. Here's the pitch. Now it runs in, ball 4. Smalzel able to work the walk as that's now going to load the bases for Will Robbins. And Hawk Hill allows his first base on balls of the night. There hasn't been so much of the Legends not swinging the bat. It's more of Legends making good contact with everything that Hill is throwing at him. There's a curveball in there for strike 1 to Will Robbins. He was 0 for 2. He popped out the second his first time up and flew out to center field in the third inning. Takes a pitch high and in for ball 1. Will Robbins with an opportunity to try to pad onto this lead. Trying to erase the bases loaded situation struggles for Menlo Park. Makes contact that time, but rolls it foul down the third baseline. Count goes to 1-2. Hawk Hill trying to work his way out of a big jam here. Trying to keep it a 3-run game. He'll wait and deliver. Robbins sends that one out to left field. Is this one going to go? Yes, it will. Off the scoreboard. It's a grand salami for the Burlingame man and the Princeton man, Will Robbins. That busts the game wide open, making it 8-1 Legends. Big time slugger. 102 off the bat, and it goes 350 feet. Will Robbins clearing the bases on the big swing. And you talk about coming into tonight, the Legends trying to look for a get back. This has become the get back of all get backs in this CCL North Division rivalry. With the score now 8-1 Legends, that brings up Will Anderson. Hawk Hill looking discombobulated now on the mound as he throws a pitch way outside to Anderson, who hit the RBI double back in the third inning. Swings and fouls that one back, straight back to the backstop that time. Well, Anderson could have the possibility to try to go back-to-back on the dingers. This needs to look for a good one to hit. Does have the power to do so. That one misses high from Hill. Ball 2, and not really see any movement coming from the Blues dugout as far as them trying to make a move. They still have that arm warming up in the bullpen. Hill able to hit the corner for strike 2 on Anderson. The 2-2 count on Anderson. See what he could do with this one. It's another one foul. It's going to go into the Blues bullpen. Count remains at 2-2. Well, Robbins, he was playing at Burlingame High. He was a standout player. He collected 2 team MVP awards as well as a Silver Slugger award. Well, Robbins, not the most powerful hitting catcher in college ball, but he does have the potential to try to drive the ball very well. I'm sure he's been drinking his protein shakes at home lately, and I'm sure a lot of the Legends guys have been doing the same, just knowing that they have to hit a little bit extra harder to get a ball out of here. 2-2. That one is hit out to left. It's going to stay up long enough for Ashlock to make the catch to end the inning. But the Legends putting up another big inning that time with the big swing coming from Will Robbins, a grand slam to make it an 8-1 game as we'll move over to the 5th frame as we are halfway home here in San Mateo as you are tuned into Menlo Park Legends baseball here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
Spencer, are we like running out of balls?
I fucking hope not.
Yeah.
We have like nothing we can do about that.
Spence, did you get the home run?
Yeah, on video, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you want me to get the home run, bro?
I got it. Okay, and you got it. Do you have it on Twitter too? Sure. Oh, so I could definitely grab it. Okay, perfect.
You probably get Dane's ball too.
Dance is up in the hill. I don't know. I almost knew.
Now up to bat, Ethan Royal.
So the Blues find themselves in a tough hole here as it's now an 8-1 game here in the top of the fifth. Legends with a hefty lead on their CCL North Division rivals from San Luis Obispo, as they might be having a long drive back down to the Central Coast after this performance tonight. As Will Robbins hitting a grand slam in the bottom half of the fourth to make it an 8-1 game. And Ray Hernandez continuing the deal as well. He's in his fifth inning of work. He faces Ethan Royal to lead off the inning. Has to count 1-1 on him. Ethan Royal, who grounded out the first, his first time up, and walked in the third, and has been the lone run to come around and score for Slow. He hits it on the ground over to Bose. He plays it cleanly, gets a nice throw across to Anderson for out number 1.
Now to bat, Sam Ardoin.
Here's Sam Ardoin stepping in, singled in the first and reached on an error in the third. Ray Hernandez so far tonight has struck out 5 Blues hitters. And this is what the curveball runs in for ball 1. Sam Ardoin in the portal as he's going to be headed to his third school relatively soon. He's coming into tonight. He was one of the top run scorers in the California Collegiate League, and he's also been hitting in the 450s to start the summer. And he breaks the bat there as he fouled it straight to the backstop. Ardoin is going to have to get a new piece of wood. Like he's going to get one here. This time he gets the half and half. It's a half tan at the bottom and half black on the barrel. You must like to drink Snapple, especially the half and halves that you could get with that. Sam Ardoin is still ahead in the count, up 2 balls and 1 strike on Hernandez. Hernandez missing again inside for ball 3. As you can see, if you're watching at home, Hernandez sets from that windup. He likes to rock the glove a little bit, kind of cradles it like Westbrook. He's going to miss for ball 4. There's going to be a 1-out walk for Ardoin. He gets on base for the 3rd time tonight.
Now to bat, Cade O'Hara.
Here comes Cade O'Hara. Comes up for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2. We'll see if the Legends can set up for a double play here. Hernandez will go from the stretch now. Not a big lead at first for Ardoin. That one's in. Called for a strike, high and outside. Hernandez taking a look over at first. Ardoin doesn't look like he plans to run. Swing, that one's fouled over into the on-deck circle for the Blues. O'Hara down 0-2. Hernandez color coding here a little bit. Of course, the Legends wearing their black tops tonight, along with the green caps that they wear as well. And Hernandez matching that with the green glove. You can tell he's got that on tonight. The count 0-2. Hernandez trying to look for punch out number 6. Here's the 0-2. And he's going to get it. It's foul tipped. They tried to go for the strike him out, throw him out, but Cohen's throw is just a little bit late as Ardoin steals the bag, but it's going to be strikeout number 6 for Hernandez as he gets Cade O'Hara on the foul tip. So there's 2 gone here in the 5th. Now Mason Ashlock who has been the lone provider for the one run that the Blues have scored tonight as he hit the RBI single back in the third inning. He does have an opportunity to do that again with a runner in scoring position now. Hernandez missing lone in for the first pitch. Comes to 1-0. That one hits the corner by Hernandez. Hernandez has been painting the corners like Picasso tonight. He's been looking very well. Trying to work and carve up the Blues hitters. Takes a look at second and delivers home. And that one's in there for strike 2. He's pounding the zone. See if Hernandez could go for back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. Takes a long look at second. Delivers the 1-2 to Ashlock. That one's hit over to second base. Backhanded by Rabago. Good throw on the first in time to retire the side. So runner left on base for the Blues. Nothing doing for them in their top half of the fifth as the Legends hold the lead 8-1 going to the bottom half of the fifth.
This is Jack Hickerson. Hickerson.
Now to pitch for the Blues, Jack Hickerson.
They where's that one that's missing? Giving me Hill's final score line as well.
Not very good. 2 bombs. I think he was talking the most crap.
5 innings, 1 run, 3 hits. I don't know. How many strikeouts does Ray have? 6.
Yeah, he's got 6.
You want, what's his name's pitching line?
Hill.
Hill?
Yeah.
4 innings, 8 earned, 10 hits, a walk, 2 Ks. Anything else?
That's it.
78 pitches.
78 pitches. Got it. Thank you.
Ray is 5. He's at 75, so he might be
Okay.
They want to pitch him as far as they can.
Oh, he shoved it.
So Hawk Hill's day is done for the Blues as we welcome you back to CSM Baseball Field with the score 8-1 Legends as now coming in the pitch for San Luis Obispo is Jack Hickerson. He's an incoming sophomore, stands at 6'3", 180 from Corinth, Texas as he goes to school at Baylor. He redshirted as a freshman with the Baylor Bears this season. As the first hitter that he will face will be Dane Mose. Dane Mose sent a 2-run home run to left field back in the bottom of the third to give the Legends that 3 spot that they had. That's the first of 2 home runs that have been hit tonight by the Legends. Swings and misses through that one for strike 2. Hickerson back in high school at Geyer High. He boasted an 8-2 record for 178 ERA. Most checked his swing there as he gets the appeal at first as he held up on that one. Now the final line score for Hawk Hill, he went 4 innings, allowed 8 earned runs, only struck out 2 batters, walked 1, and allowed 10 hits. Oh, that one runs, and it hits Most in the back. He's going to wear that one like a fashion model and take it down the first base with the hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Austin Rabago.
And now that's going to bring up Austin Rabago. And Austin Rabago, he is 2 for 2 on the day as in the second AB, a play that was perceived as a ruled error was changed to a hit. He takes the fastball high and outside for ball 1. As Rabago 2 for 2 on the day. Dane Most out a big lead at first. Rabago takes that one low, 2-0. Rabago. This is high. It goes to 3-0. During that San Luis Obispo trip, Austin Rabago's family was able to come watch him play. Of course, Rabago being a SoCal kid from Anaheim, his family made the short drive up to the Central Coast to check him out. Sure was a good experience for him. As talking with him before the game, he mentioned that the only time that his parents would come see him play when he was with his college team was only on his birthdays. But with Rabago now in the transfer portal and looking to play closer to home, I'm sure his folks will have more opportunities to come see him play during the school year. And Rabago, product of Servite High School, where during the time there, his team was the 8th-ranked team in California. As that pitch runs inside from Hickerson, as Rabago will take ball 4. Now the Legends with ducks on the pond. He makes it first and second now with Blake Cowens coming up. Blake Cowens having a good night at the plate. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Chance to extend this lead now for the Legends with a runner in scoring position. Jack Hickerson having a rough time coming out the pen. It's really been a rough night overall for the Blues pitching. First pitch is inside for a ball. Oh, no, 1. So 2. So, yeah, that pitch was actually called, first pitch was actually called a strike. Now count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Missed high. Count at 1 and 2. Blake Cowens played just up the road, Skyline College. And now he's playing at the 4-year level at Illinois Chicago. So here's the count was actually reset to 2-1. Yeah. So the count now 2-1. So yeah, correction on the pitch count. Everybody is confirmed 2-1. So Blake Cowens actually just entered the transfer portal. So now it's the 3-1 count. Gotta catch up here. As Blake Cowens draws the walk. It's now ball 4 at that. Loads up the bases for the Legends. Yeah, I was just recently informed that Blake Cowens has entered the transfer portal. So a lot of these guys in the CCL making their way to the transfer portal. But it really goes to show you just how much has changed in college sports these days, folks. As I talked about on last night's broadcast, congratulating Isaiah Landry on his transfer portal commitment to San Francisco after he played 2 seasons at Alabama State. I mentioned that there were almost close to 1,500 players that entered the transfer portal for college baseball when it first opened on June 2nd. And it's supposed to stay open until July 1st. As more names, I'm sure, will be piling in, especially with this week being the start of the College World Series and, for the teams that could have an early exit, some of those guys may be throwing their hat in the ring as far as trying to look for a new school to play at. There's James Bose in the box now. The count even at 1-1. But I mentioned it last night, but I'll mention it again tonight. The craziest acquisition to me was this right-handed pitcher by the name of Mason Estrada, who pitched at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. James Bowles sends it foul over in the Blues bullpen. Count goes to 1-2. Yeah, Mason Estrada, a right-handed pitcher at MIT, deciding to transfer to Tennessee next year. And the kid throws his fastball at least up to 96 miles per hour. Had 66 strikeouts and a 2.21 ERA during the season with MIT. But it goes to show the lengths that players would go to elevate their collegiate career at a different school. So we're going to get a double play opportunity here, and they will, as the Blues able to turn the 5-4-3 double play on James Bose for outs number 1 and 2.
Off the bat, Isaiah Landry.
2 gone. That'll bring up Isaiah Landry. Speaking of transfer portal acquisitions. But a question that needs to be asked to all athletic directors, especially with the transfer portal, the house settling with with schools paying athletes directly. What are you willing to do to keep your players around, to keep your programs competitive? That's the $1 million question, no pun intended, for most of these college programs. There's Landry at the plate. Down the count of 0-1. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Oh, when that one runs in and it hits Landry, looked like it hit him on the arm there. I think it probably got a little bit of his bicep from the looks of it. He's going to shake it off and take it down to first base. That's the second hit by pitch by Jack Hickerson in this inning. That's going to put runners at the corners here. That's going to bring us to the top of the order as well for Menlo Park. Quincy Villa stepping up to the plate. He has a single on the night as well as a run scored and a stolen base. So it's been one of those typical Quincy Villa nights, as we know him as a big base-stealing threat when he's out on the base pass. So he's been a solid hitter so far. As that one gets away from Button, it's going to roll away from the plate. There will be no attempt to try to get Rabago, who slides in safely on the wild pitch. The Rabago will come in the score to make it now 9-1. Via looks at another one as it almost gets away from Button. Count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. Hickerson taking a long look at second, checking on Landry. Could also be a stolen base threat. He possesses some speed. And misses low in the dirt for ball 3. There's 3-1. Landry takes off. And Buns is going to give him the bag as Landry slides in head first with a steal. Landry just 90 feet away from making this a 9-run game if Villa could get something out there. Look like he will. That one rolls down the third baseline, but just barely foul. And they will rule the foul ball. Tyson Rafferty, the third base umpire over there. That's still a good effort by Sam Arjuan to still try to complete the play. Quincy Villa will get another opportunity with the count full. I'm sure San Luis Obispo must be taking a sigh of relief of that one. Here's Villa back at the plate here. Counts full, see who wins the duel. Here's the payoff. Oh, and is high for ball 4. As the Legends continuing to draw some opportunities here on the base paths.
Now on to bat, TJ Schmolzy.
And the Legends haven't been reaching base based on balls too much tonight, as they've been making solid contact, getting the hits out there, as they have total for 10 hits on the game. Well, TJ Schmolzy is going to get another bat here, as we're getting a mound visit for the Blues. You see, that's the pitching coach, San Luis Obispo, Brian Trainer. It's been a rough night for the Blues pitching-wise, as it started out with Hawk Hill, who started this game going 4 innings, but only getting 2 strikeouts and 1 walk, as he allowed 8 earned runs on 10 hits. And Jack Hickerson coming in, is having a rough go of it himself, as he's already given up 2 runs here. And runs in for a strike to Schmolzy. He ground out to third base in the first inning, flew out to center in the third, and reached on base via walk. His last plate appearance in the fourth. Yeah, taking off for second. He'll get in there standing up. Didn't have to slide for that one. That's the 3rd stolen base on the night for Quincy. A QV from VA. Turn on the Jets when necessary. Schmolzy with the count at 1-1. Took a big rip at that one, but sent it foul. Hickerson set up for the 1-2 pitch. Runners at third and second. We'll step off here. We'll reset. It's fouled at the plate by Schmolzy, staying alive here. Schmolzy was a 3-sport athlete during his high school days at Wallenpaupack area high school back home in Pennsylvania. Basketball, football, and baseball. See it, the 3-sport athlete combination. He's definitely successful at every sport. He was a all-league, all-region 3-time recipient in baseball, 2-time all-state player in football, and an all-state basketball player as well. His parents are also athletic too. There's a wild pitch sailing way over the head, a button on it. Looked like it knocked out the broadcast camera of our visiting broadcast crew here for the San Luis Obispo Blues. Hopefully they're okay down there. And it's been that kind of a night for them. The count is 2-2. There's a pitch that runs in. Count goes to 3-2. Now, talking more about Schmolzy's background, he's the son of former Moravian College baseball player Henry and Kutztown softball player Lori, as his mom played softball at Kutztown. And his sister is also playing softball at Towson. Smallsville staying alive, fouling that pitch off as the count remains full. It's been a lengthy at bat for him here. See if he could try to win the duel against Hickerson. Hickerson setting up from the stretch. Here comes the payoff. Smallsville hitting it hard, and it gets past the diving shortstop. O'Hara is only going to score one as Landry comes in standing up. Villa will hold up at third base, but that extends the lead. Now a 10-run game, making it 11-1. Legends in front. Now an RBI single goes very well for Smallsville as the Legends keep knocking the baseball all around the yard tonight. And it looks like Jack Hickerson's day is going to be done as we're getting our second mound visit of the inning. And it looks like we're going to make a change here as the Blues are going to make a call to the bullpen. And it looks like we might have some chatter happening between Lucas Townsend and the Dean Trainer, head coach for San Luis Obispo Blues, as they're going to be making some changes here. As we got a new arm coming out the bullpen for the Blues here, as Legends extend their lead 11-1 now, thanks to the RBI single from TJ Smallsville. As we'll take a quick break and give you the rundown of the new arm now coming into the game.
You guys are right down there? Yeah, sorry.
Dude, I saw it like in slow motion. I was like, holy shit! Like, is he gonna catch that? Like,
Mason Estrada here. Is he playing for this team?
Who?
Mason Estrada?
Oh no. I'll just bring him up in the broadcast.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
I played against him in college.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So it just threw me off guard.
I mean, like MIT to Tennessee, that's just a big change. You know? Like,
21.
right.
Wyatt Fisher.
A return here to CSM baseball field with the score now 11-1. Legends with a hefty lead as Jack Hickerson will get the hook, and coming in the pitch for him will be Wyatt Fisher. Wyatt Fisher from Cincinnati goes to college at Cedarville University, a Division II school out in Ohio. Oh, he faced Will Robbins with the grand slam last time he was up, but he ground was all on the first pitch, but the throw at third by Dwan is offline. It gets away, and it's going to score via easily from third as everybody's going to advance an extra 90 feet on the wild throw. So now the score is 12-1 on the error by the Blues infield, and it's just been that kind of a night for him. So Robbins able to advance to second on the wild throw, and Smallsville is over at third now with Will Anderson coming up to the dish. There are still two out here for the Blues. They just need to get one more. There's a breaking ball in there for a strike to Anderson. Will Anderson is 1 for 3 on the game. He hit the RBI double back in the third inning, struck out in the second, and flew out to left field in the fourth. The pitch on the outside corner from Fisher for strike 2. Let's see if Anderson can protect here with 2 strikes. Fisher's going to set here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Allen bounces with a good stop there by Button behind home plate. Count goes to 1-2. That is only the first error of the night for the Blues. There's the 1-2 pitch. Missed high for ball 2 to Anderson. You might want to be careful trying to leave it up there. If he gets it chest high, or at least at his shoulder, he can send that one out. Two swung on, fouled off to the left side. Count will stay even at 2-2. This is the third pitcher tonight to come in for the Blues. Hawk Hill started. Jack Hickerson came in relief, and then now Wyatt Fisher trying to get his team out the jam. 2-2 pitch is lined hard and over at first base. And you can see the first base coach for the Blues. Well, you probably can't see it at home, but kind of telling them, hey, way back a little bit. Trying to take my legs. Harrison will step back in with a count of 2-2 still. Fisher's going to set up here. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one just a bit high. So the count now runs full. You see who wins the duel here between Fisher and Anderson. See, the outfield's playing straight back. Infield's also playing pretty deep as well, but they're playing Anderson the pull. Here comes the payoff. That one's bounced over to short. O'Hara trying to make a play on it, and another wild throw as it gets away from Comerford. Schmalzel will come in to score, and advancing over to third base will be Robbins. So another error allows the Legends to bring home another run, and it's just gone downhill tonight for the Blues in the infield. T. O'Hara just having a rough night at shortstop, not able to put most of his throws on line whenever he gets an opportunity to field one. So runners are now at third and second as Dane Most stepping in, as we have now batted through the order here in the bottom of the fifth. The game now is 13-1. The half swing by Most. Ground ball over to first. Picked up by Comerford. He'll step on the bag easily to end the inning. But the Legends putting up another big inning as they put up 5 runs, as they have scored in every inning since they were able to get the lead in the second. So it's now a 13-1 game going to the top of the 6th.
Well, it looks like there's no mercy rule.
Yeah, there's not, because I remember the Crawdads beat the S-17 Eagles yesterday, like 22-0.
Yeah, that makes for a long ball game.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, this one was chugging along. I was like, oh,
Right?
we'll be done.
The first inning was like, I don't know, 5
I
minutes.
like, you have to, like, by default expect it to be 3 hours long. Like, that's just,
It's gonna happen.
yeah.
We still got Hernandez.
Today's game is brought to you by the Clubhouse Training Center, powered by Legends Baseball, now open in Redwood City. Book private lessons, lane rentals, classes, or memberships today. It's the ultimate spot to train like a legend. A big thanks to our sponsors, Kip's Sports Cards, the Bay Area's top spot for baseball cards, autographs, and collectibles. Visit Kip's in downtown Los Altos and tell them the Legends sent you. Want to follow all things Legends? Check out www.menloparklegends.com for live scores, game schedules, player stats, news, articles, and more. That's menloparklegends.com, your home for everything Legends baseball. As we're now here in the top of the sixth, Legends putting up 5 runs in their bottom half of the fifth, now making it a 13-1 game here in San Mateo. As Brady Alves steps in to lead things off, as Ray Hernandez staying out there, going into now his 6th inning of work, and he has had a terrific night on the mound, folks, and especially with him having the confidence at an all-time high, especially with the run support he's been able to get. There's a fly ball out the left. Villa camping under that one to make the catch for out number 1. Yeah, but in that last inning, the Blues committed 2 errors as they allowed 5 runs on only 1 lone hit. Here's Gavin Smith. Swings and fouls that one back to the netting. Now we saw a lot in that 5-run inning, and we also saw the Blues broadcasters kind of get hit hard as one of the foul balls that was hit almost knocked out their camera. That one's popped up over the first. It'd be an easy catch for Will Anderson for out number 2.
Brendan Colford.
Ray Hernandez has been working fast. I don't know. I think with the way that Ray Hernandez is going, you must have a hot date tonight. There's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. Yeah, but you got to give Ray Hernandez a lot of credit, especially with him coming off, a tough fall for Utah Valley in the NCAA regionals, going up to Eugene. And that one is cracked out to left field, but it's going to go foul. Brendan Comerford had the distance to send that one into the trees, but it tailed to the left. And that foul ball, folks, was 97 miles per hour off the bat. That's probably the hardest hit ball tonight by the Blues, but unfortunately it didn't stay in play, nor did it stay fair. But here's Hernandez with the 2-strike pitch. As it bounces in the dirt, count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Hernandez throwing the knuckleball. That was his first knuckleball that he threw tonight. See if he can do it again. Try getting the zone this time. Oh, that was a good pitch, but just misses a little bit off the inside part of the dish. So the count goes even at 2-2. Here's a 2-2. And looked like that one is a drop third strike. It gets away from Collins, but he's able to get the throw over there in time despite it rolling all the way to the backstop to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down goes the Blues. Ray Hernandez continuing to deal well, putting up another scoreless inning as we now go to the bottom of the 6th, still a 13-1 game for the Legends.
For some reason, the ball is flying. I don't know. It's easy to say because we have the door closed, but it doesn't feel as windy. I don't know. And so, is that okay if I tap your shoulder to show you something? Oh yeah. Or I don't want to bother you while you're in your groove. You know?
No, that's fine. That's fine. By all means. So if it's something valuable, yeah, absolutely. Excellent. Maybe
next time, like, we could have, like, note cards in here. You can just write it down. On the sticky note.
That's what I'm gonna like. I'm gonna bring more. Like I have notes for myself here, so like I can like bring like sticky notes or write something down, and pass it to you.
Say for you, Spencer, you got any info, like, just write down the sticky notes.
Yeah, maybe we should bring a whiteboard.
Yeah.
We can just.
Yeah, that works too. Austin. I think Austin too. I think that's Austin and Blake.
Blake.
I'm just gonna call him.
It's Lockman, man.
So it'll be Rabago, Cowens, and Bose due up here in the bottom half of the sixth. The Legends have been dominating at the plate here tonight, putting up 13 runs on the Blues pitching staff. I'll give you the line score here. 1 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors for San Luis Obispo. 13 runs on 11 hits and 1 error for Menlo Park. Here's Austin Rabago stepping in as he walked his last time up and came around to score. He's been having a good night. Already had 2 hits. It's been a good night at the plate overall for all the Legends hitters trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Just low in the dirt for ball 2. I'll give you some scores from around the California Collegiate League. The Bombers were at the Saints tonight, where the Saints are up 4-3. And the Stompers and the Merchants are tied 1-1. And he also had the San Francisco Seagulls at the Walnut Creek Crawdads. That's a 0-0 game. Then the Santa Barbara Foresters and the Oaks, with the Oaks up 9-5. Rabago flying out to left field for out number 1.
Now to bat, Blocky Cowens.
There's Blake Cowens now stepping up to the plate. He's 2 for 2 on the game with 2 singles. He also reached base via a base on balls. And a few other teams had tonight off as well, so there will be games set for tomorrow. Blake Cowens looking at strike 1 from Wyatt Fisher. Yeah, the Foresters and the Barons going tomorrow, and then the San Luis Obispo Blues will stay here an extra day in the Bay Area, so they will just go up the road into San Bruno to play the San Francisco Seagulls. That'll be tomorrow night. And the Merchants have another one against the Stompers. It's Cowens sending it out to left field, but it's going to stay up long enough for Ashlock to make the catch. There's 2 gone, so 2 flyouts to left here in the inning.
Now to bat, James Bose.
Here's James Bose stepping in. And also the Filipino national team, who's in the CCL this season, be playing the Orange County Riptide tomorrow night as well. And it's more of like a development team. It's not the national team of the Philippines, but they're more of like a development team. Kind of consider them to be like an under 18 level team, mostly with high school players of Filipino descent. The half-hard swing by Bose, but he went around, according to first base umpire David Remedios. Yeah, it was an interesting look, as the Menlo Park Legends will actually be playing them later in the season in late July. It'll actually be their last home game of the regular season. There's James Bose hitting out one out to left center, but ranging back to make the catch at the warning track is Ethan Royal for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning on 3 flyouts for the Legends as they get nothing going there in the bottom of the 6th, as that's been only their second scoreless inning of the night. As we will go to the top half of the 7th with the score still at 13-1 here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream network.
last swing, that was 91. 340 feet.
You know the homer? Like,
The homer,
Dane's was probably 99.
what? The first homer was in the third, right?
Yeah, the third inning.
Third.
I think Dane's was 96.
Dane's was 96.
What was Will's in there?
Yeah, Will's was what was it, 99?
When did it happen? Was it?
Fourth inning. Fourth inning.
It was.
102 for Will.
Damn, dude. He's a dog.
Here's Nico Button stepping in the leadoff for San Luis Obispo as we are now in the top of the seventh. Still a 13-1 game. Legends with a hefty lead, trying to even up the season series against the Blues after they dropped 2 of 3 against them at their home park down in Slow. Ray Hernandez looking like he might be going the distance tonight here, folks, as he's back out for the seventh. Swing and a miss as it's foul tipped, actually, by Button for strike one. Nico Button is 1 for 2 on the night as he singled in the fourth inning but flew out to center back in the second inning, which feels like an eternity ago. Ray Hernandez has only been able to hold the Blues to just 1 run on 3 hits for the entirety of the night. For Legends, it's been the other way as they've been knocking around the Blues pitching staff. The Austin Rabago with a nice play over there at second to get the out. And I'm sure that the way that the Legends have been knocking the ball around the ballpark, Nick Sanzeri might have to owe all the guys some steak dinners after tonight. There's a strike there to Gavin Constantine stepping in. That one's fouled off to the third base side. Count goes to 0-2. I'm sure, if Nick Sanzeri has the pockets to get one of his players a steak dinner, give it to Will Robbins for hitting that grand slam. Count 1-2. And for any fans watching tonight that know any recommendations of steak dinner restaurants on the peninsula or here in the Bay Area, put them out there. We'd like to know. Maybe like to treat our guys to some dinner one night. And I'm sure that's probably what some of the out-of-state guys have been used to doing. Like, definitely want to check out some of the food eateries. I got Zach Vasquez next to me on PA tonight. He's an Arizona guy, so I'm sure he's been trying to check out the food scene here in the Bay. Ground ball over to third. Most across the diamond throwing a strike to Anderson for out number 2.
Now to bat, Ethan Royal.
Ethan Royal now stepping in. Only time he's reached base tonight was via a walk back in the third inning. He came around and scored the lone run for the Blues. He's grounded out his other 2 at-bats on the night. Looks at a ball right across. When missed by Hernandez, goes to 2-0. Two-0 pitch in there for a strike from Hernandez. And keep in mind that the CCL does have an All-Star game set to happen in July, so it'll be interesting to see who'll get picked from the Legends as far as who's going to put up the best performance. There's a base hit out the left field by Ethan Royal. That's the beautiful thing about college ball during the summer. You kind of get a feel of all the different players from different backgrounds at different levels all coming together to achieve one goal, and that's to win their league title, but also to help develop their skills. As you know, as far as doing the research on the guys that I've been covering, you can see that they don't really get a lot of playing time at their respective schools, either because they're still early in their college careers or, just based off the power that the transfer portal has provided, maybe they went to a school that wasn't really a good fit for them, causing them to make changes in their collegiate career. There's a line out to Rabago, who makes the catch, getting Sam Ardoin to retire the side. Only one hit and a runner left on in the top half of the seventh. It's stretch time here in San Mateo as we'll go to the bottom of the seventh. 13-1, Legends in front.
Pitcher.
45. I don't have him.
I do not have him either. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's fine. Right, it still counts. Okay.
They don't have a 45.
Me? You are a genius, but that's not me.
You just asked. Hey guys, who's 45? Wait, what? You're kidding.
We don't know.
Bro, I gotta put him into the...
Zach Savino?
Should I say that? Yeah, I'm not gonna say it. 7 innings.
We just need to get to our PI guy.
Nico.
Now to bat, Isaiah Landry.
Zach Savino.
Now to pitcher the Blues, Zach Savino.
Return here for the bottom of the seventh. Isaiah Landry leading off, and we also get a new pitcher coming in for the Blues. So the new pitcher coming in for the Blues is Zach Savino. He faces Isaiah Landry to lead off the inning. Here's some more info on Savino when we do, as Landry smacks it out to center field, back up the middle to lead off the inning. Isaiah Landry getting his first hit of the night. They're going 0 for 2 of a hit by pitch. There's Quincy Via stepping in. Hey, here's the rundown on Zach Savino. He's actually a recent high school grad. He went to Atascadero High. We actually had to get word from the Blues broadcasters on his name, as they themselves weren't really sure who he was. So he must be a recent addition to the San Luis Obispo squad. As during the time that Savino was at Atascadero, it's actually a two-way product, as he closed out his high school career hitting 7 home runs and 2 varsity seasons, as he split that between his sophomore year of high school and his senior year of high school. There's a strike to Avia. I didn't really see much action on the mound, however, as he only saw action in 7 games during his senior season, going 1-1. And Villa lining it out to short, making the catch on the dive is Kato Hara. He tried to make the throw over to first to get Landry as it goes wide, but still a terrific defensive play out there by shortstop Kato Hara, who was struggling all night at the position. So he robs Quincy Villa of a base hit. Of 1 away, that'll bring up TJ Smolzy. TJ Smolzo, who had an RBI single in his last AB. So he reached base twice tonight. He fouls off the first pitch. Zach Savino, he's from around the San Luis Obispo County area. On the grounder at third is bobbled by Arduan, but he's still able to get the throw in time to get Smallsville. Good recovery there by San Luis Obispo's third baseman. There's 2 away with Will Robbins stepping up. And again, like Nick Senzera, I know he can't hear me, but put a steak dinner on Will Robbins for my behalf. I'll advocate for it. So I'll even Venmo you the money. As Will Robbins hit that grand slam back in the 4th inning. And it was quite the shot. As he hit it off the scoreboard out in left field. Savino delivers a strike that time right down the middle. And Savino is a high school pitcher, recent grad, going up against college guys. Keep in mind, folks, he's been looking pretty good so far. Count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And runs in on Robbins, gets away, but Button able to keep him in front of him. So Savino, not really sure where he's going next year. I think there's some rumors that he may be going the JUCO route. Might be going to Cuesta. And we haven't really found out too much information on him. They even tried to ask for help from the Blues broadcasters. They weren't sure where he about him. Or Robbins hitting a shallow pop about the left center, but ranging back to make the catch is Kato Hara to end the inning. So a hit, but a runner left on for the Legends as we will move into the top of the 8th, still at 13-1 game.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Okay.
On the bottom, top, right? I think bottom. Six. All right, but.
Anybody see what number this guy is?
16, I believe. 16.
Oh, yeah, he is 16. He's 16. Okay.
16 is the guy who goes to Milwaukee.
Yeah, Max.
Oh, Max
That's
Babbage.
that.
Yeah, it's Max Babbage.
Max Babbage. Okay.
Now to pitch for the Legends, Max Babbage.
Wait, what's Alright, so I know you're busy, but what's Hernandez's final line?
7 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 1 error.
7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1
Dylan Trammell's also 4 hits, too.
4 hits, man.
Dylan Trammell's also.
It's a heck of a night.
This kid's 16.
Oh, this kid's 16.
So Ray Hernandez will call it a night, and he'll probably get treated to a steak dinner as well, as he went 7 innings strong, 1 run allowed, struck out 7, only walked 2, and allowed 4 hits to help with the Legends' 13-1 effort. As coming in for relief for him is Max Babbage. Max Babbage goes to Milwaukee School of Engineering. It's a D3 school out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was a D1 transfer as he started his collegiate career out at St. Louis in the A10 conference. But he wrapped up his junior year at the Milwaukee School of Engineering, posting a 4.76 ERA with a 2.0 record in 12 appearances. He delivers a first pitch strike to Cade O'Hara. There'll be O'Hara, Ashlock, and Alves due up. So that's the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Babbage delivering a fastball that misses high and out for ball 1 and getting the count even. O'Hara swinging and fouling that one off. Count's going to go 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, this is, if the score holds, it'll be a statement win for the Legends as they have produced very well here tonight. On a breaking pitch, ooh, it looked good from our angle, but it missed just a little bit low. Count goes to 2-2. Here's the 2-2. O'Hara lining it out to short off the glove of Bose as it's going to be enough for Cade O'Hara to get off a base hit. It was a hard hit ball. That's going to lead off the inning for the Blues as Mason Ashlock is going to step in here. He is 1 for 3 on the night with an RBI single. And Cade O'Hara breaks his over tonight as he was 0 for 3 before the base hit. See the middle infield set up for a double play here. See if Babbage could get one on the ground. He throws the fastball in for strike 1. And Babbage is from Downers Grove, Illinois. He's a Midwest kid. Ashlock with the fly ball out to right. Landry camping under it for the can of corn. Grabbing it off the top shelf for out number 1. Now that'll give Brady Alves an opportunity. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, and flew out to left field in the 8th. There's a strike by Babbage. You could hear the grunt from him on the mound there. On another one, hits the corner for strike 2. It's good framework there by Blake Cowens. Oh, 2. Good morning, good afternoon. You're going to bed. Good night, Brady Alves. 3 pitches is all that Babbage needed for the strikeout. And 2 away, bringing up the Harvard man and Gavin Smith. He reached base on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd inning, but flew out to left field in the 4th and popped out to first base in the 6th. He will take ball 1. 1-0 missed a little bit low from Babbage. Count goes to 2-0 on him. And it's fouled back straight to the backstop. It's a big swing there by Gavin Smith. For those that may not know about the Milwaukee School of Engineering, is kind of not really that well known here around these parts. As Isaiah Landry making the catch, running over into the bullpen for out number 3. So a hit, but a runner left on for the Blues. As the score still holds 13-1 as we'll move to the bottom of the 8th here in San Mateo. We're going to the bottom of the 8th, 13-1 Legends here. As I want to remind folks to make sure to plug our social media, as if you want some more baseball feed for the Legends, follow us on Instagram at Legends_collegiate. Again, catch all the college action at Legends_collegiate this summer and get a behind-the-scenes look at our legendary youth camp program at Legends Baseball Camps, all one word, all on Instagram. So Will Anderson will lead off the inning. Zach Savino still in there, getting some reps here and some garbage time. Yeah, he's been pitching pretty well. He had a solid inning in relief the last time he was out. Misses that one for ball 1. Kind of give you a little bit more info on the school that Max Babbage goes to. It's pretty interesting. It's one of those specified engineering schools, and they're a D3 school, so they do have athletic programs there. Yeah, but didn't really know too much about Max Babbage until we got our final rosters for the summer. This is inside for ball 3. I'm sure Max Babbage have a career in engineering, getting a degree from MSOE. Here's the full count pitch to Anderson from Savino. And he'll take it for ball 4. He'll get on for walk. Will Anderson boosting up the on-base percentage here. That's the 3rd time that he has reached base in this game. Here's Dane Moe stepping in. So he struck out in the 2nd inning, but launched a 2-run home run in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch last time. He was jammed there, but fouled it at the plate. After tonight, the Legends will have a well-deserving off day before beginning a weekend series, a home-and-home weekend series at that, against the Sonoma Stompers, as they'll be heading up to Wine Country on Friday night, where they'll open up at Arnold Park, or Arnold Field, And then they'll have another one on Saturday, and then they'll wrap up the home-and-home series with a 2-game doubleheader on Father's Day here at College of San Mateo Baseball Field on Sunday. They won't provide you the live stream coverage for the 2 games in Sonoma, but we will be back here on Sunday for both games in the doubleheader on Father's Day, as we'll hope to also have some special guests to join us here in the booth. Maybe some fathers of the players may join us on the broadcast, so make sure to be on the lookout for that. Mark your calendars for Sunday. So we will celebrate Father's Day with some Menlo Park Legends baseball. A 2-2 on Dane Most. He launched his first homer of the summer. It wasn't a cheap one either, folks. He hit it out on the hilltop over the left field wall. And here at CSM baseball field, there is some elevation as we are pretty high up from street level. Count full on Most. See if he wins the duel here against Savino. Here comes the payoff. Oh, and he smacked another one out to left field as it's going to get over the head of Ashlock. He's going to have to play that one off the wall. Anderson is going to chug it in to third base. And Dane Most will hit the brakes at second with a double. Man, that one came off the bat pretty hard. It's Dane Most with his second hit of the game. Yeah, here's a guy come up to the plate with 2 hits already on the night, Austin Rabago, as he singled and back-to-back at bats in the second and the third inning. He also reached base via walk and came around to score in the 5th. The Legends had that big 5-run inning. Oh, he flew out left field.
Hey, my bad.
See, Austin Rabago has a chance to pad the stats here as runners at third and second. He swings hard at that one. Swinging through on the fastball for strike 1. The 0-1. Bago fouls it to the net. It's going to be interesting to see where Austin Rabago will end up this fall. As, again, folks, as we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, he is in the transfer portal. I'm sure he'll be having some takers, especially with the season he had at Hendricks during his junior season. He has 1 year of eligibility left to go. It's called strike 3 on the corner as Rabago will go down looking. As that's only the 3rd time that a Legends hitter has struck out tonight, and it's only the first time that they went down looking. So the Legends limiting the strikeouts this evening, which is great improvement from how last night went for them. And last night, the Legends struck out 6 times at the plate. Yeah, the Merchants were giving them some problems, but this is quite the bounce back win to have. Let's see if the score does hold as we'll move on to the 9th inning. Blake Cowan's ahead in the count 2-1. Comes 2-1 pitch. Callens fouls it off. It's like Emilio Feliciano, who's waiting in the on-deck circle, will pinch hit for James Bose. Here comes 2-2. Callens hits it hard over to second base, but is fielded probably by Constantine. But rounding and coming in the score, or standing up, coming in the score from third is Anderson. As Button not able to secure the throw firmly, Anderson does step on home plate.
Now to bat, Emilio Feliciano.
As that now makes it a 14-1 game. Dane Mose advances to third on the play. There's two out here as Emilio Feliciano step up to the plate. He's pinch hitting in the spot of James Bose. Savino misses with the fastball high and out. And as for the Blues after tonight, and they will have another day to spend here in the Bay Area. Actually make that 3 more days to spend here in the Bay Area as they have a game tomorrow night against the San Francisco Seagulls up at Lar Field in San Bruno. And then they have a 2-game series to wrap up their weekend here in the Bay against the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Whereas the Walnut Creek Crawdads being the runner-ups in the CCL last summer, looking to try to get some redemption, try to fight for a CCL championship, but there's going to be a lot of teams hungry to finish at the top of the North Division. A swing and a miss by Feliciano as he will go down on strike 3 to end the inning. So we're heading to the 9th inning, folks, as we have finally made it 2.5 hours later as the Legends will look to shut the door on the Blues as they hold the lead 14-1.
Is Babbage still out there?
Yeah, that's Babbage.
Okay.
We're here in the 9th inning. Legends looking to shut it down and turn out the lights on the Blues and send them on their way to San Bruno with some traveling music as Max Babbage will look to get the 3 outs needed to get the Legends win. It's been a good night overall for the Legends as Brendan Comerford trying to hold off here a little bit as he leads off the inning with a leadoff single out the left. For the Legends, this will be only their 2nd win for the CCL. They came into tonight with a 1-3 record. Babbage delivering a strike over to Nico Button. And another strike. Count 0-2.
Nico Button.
And for the Blues, who started off the summer pretty high, especially against the non-CCL opponents. They came in tonight with a 9-3 record. You know, they will go to 9-4 overall, but will be at 500 in the CCL at 3-3. And for the Legends, they'll be over 500 overall at 5-4. The count is full on Button. Excuse me, it's a 2-2 count. Now it's a full count as Babbage misses inside with the fastball. With the off-speed pitch, I should say. With the count full, Comerford at first. See if Babbage can win the duel against the catcher from Cal. It's rolled over to third. It's going to be played by Mose. Long throw across the diamond, able to get the out. It's one away.
Now to bat, Gavin Constantine.
Now Comerford moves over to second base on the ground out. Gavin Constantine will step in. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And he grounded out to third base as well. Emilio Feliciano stays in the game after pitch hitting for James Bose. That was missed. And Austin Rabago moves over to short. And Feliciano is now at second. It was now 2-0 on Constantine. And Babbage, who got a strikeout in the 8th inning. And there's a strike there that time. They're going to count 2-1. Oh, the score holds. Ray Hernandez will be in line for the win after going 7 innings strong, only allowing 1 earned run for the whole night. He also had 7 Ks to go with that as well, so a great start for him in his outing. Count is now 3-1. Babbage could bounce back here. That one's in there for a strike, making the count full. See if he could win the duel here against Constantine. The lefty from Milwaukee School of Engineering. And a swing and a miss. Some high heat coming from Babbage for out number 2. 2 away here as the Blues are now down to their last chance, and they're going to give it to Ethan Royal. Babbage trying to close the door against Ethan Royal. Comerford takes off for third. They'll still get a throw off. But there's going to be a stolen base for Comerford. And that pitch was a strike. Count is 0-1. Babbage delivering home. Misses way out with the breaking pitch. Comes to 1-1. Missed high, the fastball. Goes to 2-1. A recap of tonight. So the Legends opened the scoring with 1 run on the RBI hit from James Bose. Blues came back with 1 run of their own in the third. Their lone run of the game on the RBI single from Mason Ashlock. Then the third inning, Dane Mose broke out a 2-run shot along with Will Anderson double. The fourth came with a grand slam from Will Robbins, who's going to be our player of the game. And then the Legends will put up 5 extra runs in the 5th and score 1 extra one in the 8th. And the Blues were kept scoreless since the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. The ground ball and the diving stop by Feliciano gets up, trying to get the out at first, but it will be way late. And the run does come across the score. It's an RBI single for Ethan Royal. Yes, that's just a gift run. Give it here late in the game as the score is now 14-2. Max Babbage will have to work another batter to try to get that last out. There's a ground ball to the short, grabbed by Bose, tossing over to second, and that will be the ball game, folks, as the Legends come out on top with a big win over the San Luis Obispo Blues to even up the season series against them at 2-2. And what a game that we have had here in San Mateo. Great offensive performance put together by the Legends to get the win, as they were also helped on the pitching side by Ray Hernandez, who gets his first win of the summer, going 7 innings strong, striking out 7 Blues hitters at the plate, only allowing 4 hits and 1 earned run. But overall, a great night of baseball here for the Menlo Park Legends, as they go 5-4 overall and 2-3 now in the CCL, as they look up to rack some extra wins going into the weekend home-and-home series against the Sonoma Stompers. As the next time that you will see us here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream, it will be next Sunday, or this Sunday, for Father's Day, as the Legends will have a doubleheader here at CSM Baseball Field. But once again, folks, we want to thank you for tuning into tonight for Menlo Park Legends Baseball. And the final line score, the Legends win 14-2, as the Blues only score 2 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. The Legends scoring 14 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. But with that, we're going to call the night here in the broadcast booth. Thank you again to the production staff here for the Menlo Park Legends. Thank you again for tuning in here on the Menlo Park Legends live stream. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel to be on the lookout for future games, as we'll be on the air for every home game this summer in CCL play. And we want to thank you again for tuning into tonight for tonight's game, as we will see you for the next one. This is Philip Hall signing off and saying so long and good night from San Mateo.